Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading, focused on the second half of July from the 16th through the 31st. General reading as always, so please do take from this reading what makes sense for you personally and release what doesn't. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. So let's begin. These are the 3 decks that I'll be using as focus messages to get things started and what your angel guides need you to know right now. So starting with this deck by Mystic Moon, the Earth and Sky Oracle. This is the On the Horizon Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. This is the Truths deck by Pretty Spirits. So let's begin and see where this reading is going to go for the second half of the month. All right, here we go. So anything and everything related to your love life and just life overall. Let's take a look and see what is your focus card. All right, grabbing this one here. We have the full moon coming through here. Okay, so it does say heightened sensitivity, visions and dreams, manifestation, ritual and ceremony. Okay, I haven't had a chance to really look at the calendar as to when the full moon is happening, and perhaps in the next full moon something significant might happen for you, Libra, as far as being able to manifest a particular goal or dream that you have in mind. So that's actually a really nice card. So let's add to that with a message from On the Horizon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this love and life reading for Libra. I'm guided to this one. Paradise Getaway. That's a really nice card as well. So if some of you guys, for example, have been planning to get away, planning a trip, and I mean, certainly with COVID, that was very challenging last year. Things are starting to open up this year, allowing travel to be possible. So maybe for some of you, this is something that you're really excited about, possibly even the second half of July. So take it if it makes sense. All right, so we'll see, of course, how the rest of this reading comes forward related to that, if it presents itself. All right, so let's grab a message from the Truths deck and perhaps what it is that you need to focus on for the second half of July. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. All right, I'm guided to this one. Trust. Okay, sometimes it just comes down to you being able to trust that perhaps the direction that you're going in your life, especially if it feels right for you, you got to just trust your instincts and your gut on that. Trust your heart. But also, some of you guys could have been dealing with trust issues in your partnership, and that might have made things very difficult for you. So if that's something that you need to work on in the meantime, perhaps that's why it's coming through here as a focus message. All right, so let us clarify these messages here. I'm going to start with my Illuminated Star Tarot deck. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. What else do we need to know? All right. I'm also getting for some of you that whatever it is that you are pursuing as far as this vision and dream and being able to manifest things in your life, this is a love and life reading. So whatever it is, whether you're trying to manifest something in regard to a love connection or trying to manifest something related to your career or some other aspect of your life, you know, this is the time perhaps to allow those things to happen, or at least to plant the seed for that to happen. So we've got the Queen of Wands coming through here, Divine Feminines. You're coming through with this very confident energy. And maybe right now, you're just really determined to make things happen in your life. You enjoy your independence. That is a part of the energy of the Queen of Wands. So that's actually a really nice card. We've got the 10 of Cups, clarifying Paradise Getaway. Some of you guys I'm getting here because this is a beautiful energy of love, possible marriage, spending time with family. Some of you, I feel, possibly going on a vacation with a significant other, your children, a family, just enjoying paradise, wherever this might be. This is also an indication of what could be coming towards you, happily ever after, the capability of finding happiness. I love how this is presenting itself, because this as well could be a dream coming true for some of you. This makes sense for me as well, that we've got the Hangman, about letting go and just trusting that what is meant to find you will find you. And sometimes the only way to trust it is to see a particular situation from a different angle, a different perspective. And that is what the Hangman perhaps is wanting you to know right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some other energies here. So I'm going to take a look at the current vibes regarding your connection. I'm going to start with my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. This is actually on sale through the end of July. So it's marked down to $50 per deck. I believe the original price was $65 if I'm not mistaken. But yes, it is available all throughout the month until July 31st. So of course I will provide that link to my deck shop down below. So current vibes regarding your connection here, Libra. Let's take a look at that. Angels and spirit guides, please. We have peace coming through here. I just want to feel peace in my heart, but that's never going to happen as long as we're apart. I know we had to let each other go due to circumstances beyond our control, but I will never stop wanting you. Please don't stop hoping that someday we can find our way back to each other. You are my serenity. Okay, so either, Libra, this is coming from you to the person that you're thinking about, or this is what it is that they want to express to you through this reading. And I'm really happy to see that this trust card is here, because that's what it boils down to. Being able to trust the process and the journey. If you guys are meant to find your way back to each other, you don't ultimately have to do anything, because the universe will find a way to bring you guys back. This makes sense for me as well. Something came to an end, which is why they're telling you here they're never going to be at peace with how things played out. The fact that you guys are not together until you find your way back to each other. So this card does say, I've tried to convince you that love was worth a shot, that you and I are so incredibly compatible. We're a perfect match. I've tried to make you see that I'll be here for you through thick and thin, that no matter what life hands us, we can make it through. But I can't keep trying for both of us. I guess we've reached the end of the road. So this is telling us here, Libra, that somebody didn't put in enough effort in the partnership, and that's why ultimately things fell apart. It takes teamwork. It takes two people to be able to manifest a relationship that can withstand the obstacles and the challenges and whatever it was that you guys have faced in this connection. And then we have cleanse coming through here. Mistakes in love. It's a part of growing, living, loving. We don't always make the best decisions. We cross boundaries and go after those that are not meant for us or are good for us. We got our hands dirty. Through gained wisdom, time, and owning up to those mistakes, we create change. Okay, so someone got their hands dirty here, which could ultimately have resulted in the breakup and the separation. Whatever these mistakes might represent for you personally, or your person, whoever it is that you're thinking about, or just the overall vibe of the connection and why things are playing out the way they are, and why you guys have dealt with all of these challenges preventing you guys from coming together. But there are changes that are being indicated here. Someone's learning from past mistakes, perhaps. And maybe they're wanting you to know, Libra, they don't want you to give up on at least hoping that things can still work itself out here. That is what's coming through. All right, so let's clarify with my tarot teacher deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. What else do we need to know for this love and life reading? Current vibes regarding your connection is that your person is not at peace with how things are at, or where things are at. They are perhaps recognizing that they've made mistakes in the connection, but they're growing, they're learning from this, and maybe now they're taking responsibility for their role and why it came to an end. the Empress. Okay, so Divine Feminine, you are coming through with this very confident energy in this reading so far. We've seen the Queen of Wands, confidence, okay, determination, independence. The Empress as well as a very confident Divine Feminine. For some of you, this can represent motherhood or pregnancy. You guys could have already had children together. But the Empress is a very powerful energy when it comes to the Divine Feminine. And perhaps you yourself are recognizing that your masculine is not at peace when they are in separation from you. But you're also able to stand on your own 2 feet, being able to bring in this abundant energy towards you. Look at this. We've got the High Priestess coming in. So both cards representing Divine Feminine energy. So Divine Feminines, right now, you're just being called to trust your intuition here when it comes to how things are playing out currently in your situation, your relationship, and connection with your masculine. And it could have been you as well that brought it to your masculine's attention. It's like, look, I can't put in all the work in this partnership. You need to be able to meet me halfway. But they clearly did not, as indicated in this card, which is why the connection fell apart. And maybe there's a part of you, Divine Feminine, where you're just trusting your gut that if this is meant to find its way back to you, you perhaps are at peace with no matter how things play out, but you're just turning it over to the universe and you're just trusting. You've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in as well. So even though there were mistakes that have been made here, nobody's perfect. Maybe you both made mistakes. This represents a part of your destiny, and maybe that destiny is what's ultimately going to bring this person back to you. This represents cycles, and maybe this cycle is coming back around for some of you. This represents good luck, changes that are necessary, which we've already seen in this reading, that there are some necessary changes that need to be made. So maybe things are falling in your favor when it comes to this connection. Look at the next card. You've got the 10 of Pentacles coming in. Some of you guys could be dealing with either another air sign like yourself or even an earth sign. Okay, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, possible. And then we've got fire coming through with that Queen of Wands energy. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius coming through as well. So this can represent a much happier time in the future with your connection. Things might be a little bit challenging right now because you guys are not together, and maybe there's still healing that's happening here, but future energies here perhaps looking more positive. Looking more positive. So let's take a look and see what might have challenged your partnership here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Silhouettes deck, and let's dig a little bit deeper when it comes to what did challenge your connection. So let's take a look at that. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. In love and life, for your connection, what are some of the challenges that you guys have dealt with? We do have this soul bond, forever connected regardless of time, distance, or circumstance. And, you know, obviously we're looking at challenges, and part of the challenge here is because you're still so connected to this person, it actually hurts more that you guys are not together. Remember, the peace card is right here. I just want to feel peace in my heart, but that's never going to happen as long as we're apart. They feel this energy, this connection to you so strongly still. So this might be clarifying what could have happened and why you guys were dealing with some challenges in your partnership. Temptations could represent infidelities, third-party situations. Not everything you see is meant for you to have. So somebody crossed the line here. We do have shadows coming through as well. The only way to make friends with your inner demons is to face it, heal from it, and move on. And then we do have legacy. So I do feel some of you guys have families, you already have children, and through some of your actions that were not exactly coming from a very good place, not the best of intentions that could have affected the family and even how your children might have been affected by all of this. So it does say the decisions, the actions you make today will affect their future. Be mindful of what you choose to leave behind for the next generation. That's what's presenting itself here. And then last card, we do have full bloom. Love takes time to develop. It doesn't happen overnight. If nurtured, that love can grow into something beautiful. So I feel here, because the connection is still really strong, you guys can still find your way back. There's the opportunity that despite infidelities, whatever these temptations might be, it doesn't have to be infidelity. Whatever this is, it created drama and obstacles in the partnership. But if you guys can actually overcome these shadows of your connection, the love can still grow. That is what it's telling us here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. For those who are new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners who are interested in learning how to read tarot. It's got reversed and upright meanings for the majority of the cards. The twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. So while you're learning, it's also challenging you as well. So it's a lot of fun to use this deck when you're just learning. There's a lot of different interpretations that could come through. All right, Libra. So let's see what else. So we do have the Two of Wands, and it's coming up in the reverse. So this is a fear of change. And that's already presented itself in this reading, that there is this need to change, but someone's afraid to do that. It's a fear of the unknown as well. And somebody is also unable to create any sort of movement in their own life, and therefore there's no movement in this connection. That's what's coming through here. They feel the bond. They feel the connection. Soul bond. It does not matter how far away you guys are from each other. But, you know, maybe right now they're also doubting that because of past history, because of what happened to break you guys up, maybe they're doubting that this can ever be fixed. What they do want, what they desire, is to manifest a new beginning here, is to perhaps rebuild a stronger foundation in the partnership, especially if they know that they were the cause, they were the reason for the separation and distance. Look at this. We've got the Death card clarifying shadows. That's a perfect combination of cards coming through in that way, because it's true. In order to deal with whatever these shadows are, part of the Death card is to welcome in the end of a cycle in order to start something new. So something had to fail in order for these changes to happen. But as you can see, someone's afraid to make those changes. This could be you, this could be the other person, it could be both of you, afraid to make the necessary changes so that you guys can actually have a new beginning in this relationship and allow things to grow and bloom, as it says. But maybe that's why it's indicating here that it's going to take some time. Look at this. We've got the Ten of Pentacles coming through again. This is representing a very happy, secure time in your love life. So there's the opportunity, I feel, Libra, to be able to fix this, but it ultimately comes down to the two of you being able to create the changes, the necessary changes. Let's grab one more message here. We have the Emperor. Okay, so earlier, let me grab that card. Remember, you guys ended up getting the Empress. So we've got the Empress and the Emperor coming through. This is your divine counterpart, this person, whether you are watching for a feminine or a masculine. It does not matter. This person represents the other half of your heart. That's why you still feel so connected to them. This represents the divine masculine coming through as the Emperor. Some of you guys could be dealing with a masculine who is an Aries. They're ready. They are perhaps in time. I don't think they're ready yet. I spoke too soon there. I feel it's going to take time for them to be ready, to be able to at least create progress in this relationship. And as I've mentioned earlier, there's the potential that you guys could have already had children together, because the Emperor representing fatherhood here. They want to be able to establish a much stronger foundation. That's just what I'm getting in this reading. The foundation initially was unstable. So as you can see from these cards, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the need to collaborate and work as a team. And that's what's going to allow you guys to be able to be victorious in this partnership, be able to make progress in the connection. It's possible. So that is coming through as to what might be challenging the connection, that there's apprehension, that there's hesitation and doubt, unable to create the necessary changes that need to happen here for you guys to overcome whatever these shadows are. You've got the Death card here. So again, representing something that came to an end between the two of you, but that might have also been a blessing in disguise, because there's this need to transition away from the past and to create a transformation in this connection. And the only way to go through that is to create change. But as we have seen here, someone is afraid. Someone is afraid of those changes. So if you relate to that for yourself, Libra, if you're afraid of the changes that you need to make in your own life in order for you to welcome in your person, if they as well are afraid to perhaps take action, to reach out, to communicate, to do whatever needs to be done for movement to happen here between the two of you, then what ends up happening then is you're stuck. You're then at a stalemate and there's no movement. So someone's got to take action, and whether that falls on your shoulders or the other person, or you guys come to a mutual agreement that you can meet in the middle, which is certainly possible. But without somebody doing something, this is a stalemate situation. You guys are stuck. Okay, so let's grab some additional guidance here when it comes to your connection here. I'm going to pull from my dating scene oracle deck. So what else do we need to know when it comes to your connection? When it comes to your love connection here, Libra. Yeah, see that? Team player. That already came through. You guys have to work as a team and to collaborate in order for this to be a successful union. Yes, committed. Won't ever let you go. And I feel part of the disconnection is that one of you let go. Somebody perhaps wasn't ready to commit, which makes sense with this next card. World traveler, okay, does not stay long, moves on to new adventures. And remember the card that came through earlier, Paradise Getaway. Okay, so you guys might be the type of couple that really enjoyed traveling the world, maybe. But what I'm getting for some of you guys is one person wants to continue to have those adventures on their own and just maybe be independent and explore the world and take in all of these amazing adventures, love traveling and whatever this might represent. But I'm also getting for some of you that the other person wants to be able to settle down and to start building that foundation, as I've mentioned. But until you guys are on the same page, we're stuck. There's that stalemate that I'm just getting. So whoever represents this has to be able to slow down and settle down long enough for things to be able to be perhaps fixed between the two of you. Look at this. We've got wifey material coming through. So divine feminine, your masculine sees you as somebody that they can spend their life with, you know, committed, won't ever let you go. Take this only if it applies for your situation. it could be the divine feminine who's not ready to settle down, perhaps for some of you, that you enjoy traveling and you want to just be able to explore life on your own for a little bit longer. Maybe you're not ready to be a part of your masculine's team. That could be reversed as well. It could be that the masculine isn't ready to get married or commit. Could go either way. But look at this. We have twin flames, mirror souls. So if there's a part of your heart that's already recognized that your person is your twin, maybe we have a twin here who's not ready to commit, who's not quite ready to settle down. But I feel eventually it might find its way back to the person who's just waiting for the other twin to realize you guys belong together, that there's a possible life that you guys could build and really be fully happy in this connection and be content. And to make all of those amazing dreams come true. That came forward right from the very beginning of this reading. Okay? Visions and dreams, manifestations. So let's go ahead and clarify these messages. If I can grab my cards. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, for this love and life reading. For the second half of July. Can you guys believe we are more than halfway through this year? Okay, so the Four of Wands coming up in the reverse. This could represent unhappy families. And why would families be unhappy? Because some of you guys are in separation. Now, we've got the twin flame reference here. Four of Wands can represent a twin flame connection. So twin flames who are in separation currently. So something is preventing you guys from coming into union for now. But I feel eventually you guys will find your way towards each other. Nostalgia, happy memories that you guys have shared together. Here's the reunion right here. So even though someone isn't quite ready for that to happen because they want to be able to travel the world a little more, maybe just wanting to be independent and solo in the meantime, not quite ready to commit, it's these memories that I feel will bring them back. Look at this, Seven of Cups. Makes sense, you know, because they are still wanting to explore what other opportunities they have out there. Look at this, Three of Pentacles. There's our teamwork card that is coming through. There's a reason why that is presenting itself in this reading the way it has. You know, Three of Pentacles right there. It's really wanting to perhaps drive it home to you, Libra, that this is what's needed in order to heal this connection. You guys have to work together to be able to bridge the gap, to fix what's broken. We have a divine feminine coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. So I do get for my feminines that even though you're in separation from your masculine, it's not like you're whittling away to nothing, staying at home. You know, you're a queen. You're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you guys could have your own business. You're thriving. You're doing well in your life. You're successful. You know, you could have children, as I've mentioned. That's coming through for some of you guys in this reading. And so you have other obligations that you need to tend to outside of your love life. Of course, we are taking a look at a love and life reading here. There's more to this than just the connection. There's other people that are here, that are involved, that are a part of this equation for some of you. And that could be your children. For some of you, this could even be a blended family that went into separation because the two of you went into separation. And so that affected the family dynamic as well. And maybe that's why we've had references to family and children popping up in this reading. So even though there's distance and separation right now, I feel the love, the memories, the good times that you guys have shared, that's what's going to bring you guys back. At least the opportunity to reconnect. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some musical messages here for the collective. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Heart Songs of the 90s deck here. If you're not familiar with the songs, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. So let's grab some musical messages here when it comes to your connection. Nobody Knows by Tony Rich. I pretend that I'm glad you went away, but these four walls close in more every day, and I'm dying inside, and nobody knows it but me. Like a clown, I put on a show. The pain is real, even if nobody knows, and I'm crying inside, and nobody knows it but me. Why didn't I say the things I needed to say? How could I let my angel get away? So we have a person here who really regrets letting the other person go because they didn't put in the effort, which we've seen in this reading. They didn't put in the proper effort for the relationship to sustain itself, which is why it ended. That's why it ended. And this person, I feel it could represent the divine masculine, whoever represents the masculine energy in this relationship, pretending that everything's cool on the surface, you know, they're fine, that life is good, etc., etc. But behind closed doors, in their heart of hearts, they're anything but fine. You know, again, I just want to feel peace in my heart, but that's never going to happen as long as we're apart. So inside, it's chaotic. Inside their heart, they're just driving themselves crazy. They might portray themselves to have everything put together, as I've mentioned, you know, like at peace with how things ultimately played out, wanting their friends and family to be convinced that everything's cool, but it really isn't. It's not, you know. So let's grab a couple more songs here for Libra. Amazed by Lone Star. Every time our eyes meet, this feeling inside me is almost more than I can take. Baby, when you touch me, I can feel how much you love me, and it just blows me away. I've never been this close to anyone or anything. I can hear your thoughts. I can see your dreams. I don't know how you do what you do. I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. Wow. There's something about the way you guys would look into each other's eyes, very intense, very passionate, very magnetic. It doesn't have to be about sex. This is just something about this soul bond that we already know is coming through as something so strong. It's something that you can't duplicate. It's irreplaceable. And then we have I Do Cherish You by 98 Degrees. All I am, all I'll be, everything in this world, all that I'll ever need is in your eyes shining at me. There's something again about the reference to just your eyes or their eyes, Libra. When you smile, I can feel all my passion unfolding. Your hand brushes mine and 1,000 sensations seduce me. So this person desires you. I feel it's mutual, guys. You're coming through as a twin flame connection for those of you that relate to that. And maybe a part of your heart already knows this. Twins who are currently in separation, desiring to find your way back to each other. But again, someone's fearful of change, possibly because if those changes are made, maybe it's uncomfortable, or you guys have perhaps just been apart for so long that maybe you're not quite sure if the other person would even be open to reconciling. And one last song, I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. Pretty powerful lyrics coming through there. They're telling you here, Libra, without you, they really do have nothing. That's how they feel. And they won't ever feel at peace unless you guys are together. And again, as twins, I have a feeling here there are some of you guys that feel exactly the same way. That you're not at peace either because you're not with your person. There's distance here. All right, so let's wrap it up with one final message, one final bit of advice from Spirit. I'm going to pull from this deck by Angelic Revelation 144, the Universal Heart Oracle, Prophetic Love Notes from Spirit. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Libra. Final bit of advice for the collective here. I'm guided to this one. Currently, you may be facing difficulties which are making you feel anxious. You may need some additional support from helpful people at this time. Spirit wants you to know that you are not alone. You are stronger and more resilient than you know. Your angels have heard your request, and in divine timing, everything will fall into place. There you go. Trust. There's a reason, guys, why we started with that message in this reading. You know, it comes down to truly being able to trust. Trust the process. Trust your gut. Trust your instincts. Trust your angels. It all comes down to divine timing here. And as it says, your angels have heard your request. They know what it is that means the most to you. They know what it is that you want. So all you need to do now is trust. That's it. What's meant for you will come for you. And I gotta tell you guys, okay, so one of my decks, and it's one of my newer ones, so you guys have been seeing me use this, especially if you're not new to my channel. So my Illuminated Star Tarot. Whoever purchases this deck, this is the very first card that you see before you even open the deck. And this is what it says. Take a deep breath, focus, trust your intuition, trust your angels, trust your spirit guides, trust the universe. What's meant for you will come to you. Okay, guys, there's a reason why things are presenting itself in this way for you. So if you can manage to just simply trust, I have a feeling here you will be quite pleased with how this all plays out. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave it. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. I wish you guys the very best. Take care.